And it says, why is it that we will work so hard to impress total strangers, but will not work at all to please the ones that we vowed before God to love and cherish for the rest of our lives? After this sentence, they were talking about a gal. I'll kind of back up a little bit and kind of let you know here. They're talking about a gal that she lost a bunch of weight after her divorce because she wanted to look good for, a new man that she was getting. But they're meaning like, well, why didn't she try to do that for her husband? And like she worked really hard to get fit and everything after she left him. So it's just a thing here that I thought was very interesting, because we should really try to present ourselves. You don't have to spend a lot of money. I wear 99-cent lipstick and $5 hair color. It's nothing that you have to do to a bunch of expense. But maybe when your hubby gets home at night, be dressed presentable and maybe not just your old sweatpants on. And I'm not judging anybody, but I'm just saying that, we're supposed to present ourselves like a Proverbs 31 woman. And if you've never read that scripture, go to it, dig into it, and look and see what you can do, because God's telling us that. I'm not nitpicking at you, and I'm not dissing sweatpants. I kind of like them. But anyhow. Okay, and it says, someone may be thinking, you don't understand. I know it's wrong, but I've been having an affair. I have never experienced such great love in all my life. We get along so well. I have never felt this way about anyone. So this must be God's will for my life. Oh, it must be. I'm feeling so good, and my heart's racing, and this other person, hot. Okay? You get the idea. Okay. After having experienced this relationship, I don't know if I could ever be satisfied with my spouse again. Okay. Here you go. The oldness of the, other spouse, and been with them a long time, but this new, it's like a new car. And one day I wrote all these different terms, like the way a woman, like that may have an affair, you're looking at this new car, like a new boyfriend, and the old one, like the old car, run down, same old, Look at the high when I see people when they get a new vehicle, like the high and the rush that they get off of a new car. So the comparison is a lot. So maybe one day I'll share that with you. But okay, it says, I don't know if I could ever be satisfied with my spouse again after this, That'd be like getting the old plug bug compared to this brand new Lamborghini. Come on, people. But you got to pay for that Lamborghini, and you're going to pay the price for this. And I promise you will. So, okay, it says, if so, we must tell you this. Affairs always are wrong in God's sight, and they are destructive. They don't solve anyone's problems, and they stir up a world of trouble for everyone involved. Okay, I'm going to stop here. It's going to cause problems for if there's children involved. It's going to cause problems with your spouse. It's going to change everything dramatically. And it's going to change parents, family, friends. It's going to change a lot of things. So don't make that mistake. Don't do it, and do not give in to that. I'm just telling you, don't do it. And it says, it does not matter what good feelings you experience through an affair, or how valid you think your reasons may be. Affairs are never of God. And it's got an exclamation point, never. It says also, any relationship initiated through an affair is very shaky ground. Consider this. If you meet the person you're married to or are in love with now through an affair, what makes you think that person will be faithful to you? And when the great feelings stop and the work has to start, which meaning every relationship, you're going to come across troubles in your relationship. Communication, communication, communication. Communicate with each other. Solve the problem. Get together. Get to the root of the problem. Love each other till death do you part. Just as the covenant that you made. That's what you said before God. You stood before God. All your family. Everyone in heaven heard those words. God heard you say those words. Don't break that covenant. Anyhow, it says, where was I here? Okay, it says, when those great feelings stop and the work has to start, and this point will always come in every relationship sooner or later, mostly sooner. You say, well, that would never happen because this feeling is so great. Like, this feeling's never going to go away. Well, I heard somebody say once, well, you're going to wake up with that person and they're not going to just be like an angel lifting up out of the bed and they're like some like big stud rolling up out of bed every day like a romance novel. I mean, that's how some women think of it, and that's how a lot of men think of it. And that's not what you're going to roll over and look at. They're going to have bad breath in the morning, you know? And they're not going to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. So you got to work with what you got, and you need to just love each other. So, okay, and it says, what makes you think your lover will work it out with you anymore than he or she did with the one before? Okay, get smart. Sin never solves any problems. It simply breeds newer and bigger ones. Check that out. Newer and bigger problems. You're going to get into a whole mess of bigger issues than what you ever wanted to get tangled into. Do you know it says 95%? I heard this on Joel Osteen, and I think he's very reliable because he is awesome. 95% of all marriages that start out with an affair end. Most relationships that start out in an affair end. Because that's not of God. He did not make us for that. He says you're one person with your spouse. If you're joining with other people in your marriage, going outside of your marriage, that's not oneness. That's not one person at all. And He will never, ever bless that. Never. And it says, that it will breed newer and bigger problems. It says, no matter what the state of your marriage is today, if you will work hard at loving your spouse and, okay, yeah, phone going off again. This happens to me all the time. I need to remember to turn that off. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to wait till that gets over because it's very distracting. Okay. Cut. Okay. Okay, it says, no matter what the state of your marriage is today, if you will work hard at loving your spouse and meeting his or her needs, even if that spouse is not doing the same for you, that's where problems come in. People think, well, they aren't doing it for me, so why should I do it for them? I'm going to treat them the way they treat me. Nope. Do what God says to do. You are to treat people the way you wish to be treated. It doesn't matter if that person's not treating the way you would love to be treated. I'm telling you, the more you do that, the more that person will see the light of God in your eyes. They will see your fruit. They will see what you're doing, want what you've got, and they'll give it to you in return. Promise. Okay. It says you will begin to see a real difference in your marriage. See, I know what I'm talking about. Even better, if both spouses commit to working hard at the marriage every day, the result will be incredible. And this is something that I'm very passionate about, is helping marriages. And I feel like that is my calling in this world, that I'm to help people that are struggling with this. And this is part of my testimony. I'm just telling you that be a good and faithful servant of God. You will go higher than high can be if you just do like what He wants you to do. And love your spouse. Love, honor, cherish, obey. That one's hard for us ladies, but, your husband is the head of the household. And I think a lot of our problem in this day and age is so many women are like, women's lib and all this. And I'm all well and good, women, having good jobs and all that. What I'm saying is, don't be that sassy lady that thinks you ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. No, you ain't. 'Cause see, I'm gonna be the boss. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. Okay? You know what? You aren't gonna get along with no man acting like that. Be a submissive wife. Be a loving, kind wife. I'm not saying being timid. Sometimes I think that I can be a little bit timid, and somebody asks me to do something, I think, well, okay, I'll do it, and I might not actually, that isn't really maybe what I want to do, but I kind of want to please somebody. But I just think it says blessed are the meek, and I hope and I consider myself as a meek person. I consider my Mama Sally a meek person. Sometimes I think her and I need to go a little Rocky Balboa on people, because her and I are kind of a timid, meek person, and don't like to say anything to ever start an argument. But sometimes we just need to remember that just being a meek and kind person, you're going to go a lot farther than being a sassy, snotty person. That goes for men too. Treat your wife with respect. It says to treat her like a jewel. It says to treat her as Christ thinks of the church. And that's a lot. So I hope this helps someone today. And if ever you need a friend and you need someone to help you, like you're having troubles with your marriage, just give me a call, because I want to help you, and I don't want anybody to get a divorce ever. Don't make that your top, like, well, okay, let's just get a divorce. That'll be easy. Of course it will be. That is the easy thing to do. But if you go through the hard thing, God can turn any evil for good. I promise you. I love you all very much in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.